Good morning, and that, and two. Welcome to another live stream of a Harvard Crimson football game by your boy, Celine Driver, me. I am going to be live streaming the Harvard-Yale game today. However, I do have on my iPad the Florida Vanderbilt game because, after all, Florida. But I am going to be live streaming the Harvard-Yale game. One of the oldest rivalries in all of Division I college football. I have some interesting trivia for you about that as things go along with respect to that. Right now, I'm watching. I'm doing the stream on my computer here. I have another screen here and my iPad down there. Neither game has started yet. They're due to start in a couple of minutes. Hey, Ken, how you doing, sir? Checking in from Pittsburgh as usual. They're just wrapping up some kind of lacrosse cross country event on the channel where the Harvard-Yale game will be. The game is being played in Cambridge, Massachusetts at the Harvard Stadium. Now, usually those games are not sold out. I expect, however, since this is one of the biggest rivalry games in college football history, I do expect the crowd to be pretty good size. God, they're showing these cross-country guys here from NAU, so something in Big Sky. They all look like scrawny betas. It's pathetic. It really is. Now, as this works, as you all know, or if you don't, I'll tell you real briefly, I cannot show the game. If I show anything of the game or even play some of the audio of the game, YouTube will shut the stream down. So all you're going to be looking at is me reacting to what I see on the screen to my left here. Actually reacting to two games. I'll probably be reacting to the Florida Vanderbilt game. I don't think the Florida Vanderbilt game is going to be much of a game. I mean, it is after all Vanderbilt. But then again, my Gators don't really play defense very much for most of this year, although they did play pretty good defense for the whole of the A&M game and about half of the South Carolina game. So hope for the future, but not a lot of hope for the past. Anyway, they're starting to show highlights for the Harvard-Yale game on that channel, and they're starting to do the intros to the Florida Vandy game, which will okay, Florida's running out on the field. They're wearing their away uniforms, white shirt, orange pants. Harvard-Yale is still going through whatever they're going through. There we go. Harvard is the home team. They're wearing their home crimson shirt with the gold pants. Yale's wearing their away. I think that's white. Yeah, white shirt, blue pants. Let's see here. So while we're waiting for that game to start, what's at stake here? The top four teams in the Ivy League. Yale and Princeton have 5-1 conference records. Harvard and Penn, University of Pennsylvania, have 4-2 records. If Harvard and Penn win their respective games, now Penn plays Princeton today. Harvard plays Yale. If Harvard and UPenn win, then you have a four-way tie at the top of the Ivy League at 5-2. And good to see you, Matt. And what will happen is you will have literally a four-way tie for the Ivy League championship. So all four teams can claim a portion of the Ivy League championship. Ivy League does not do tiebreakers. I don't know exactly why. My own theory is because of the nature of the Ivy League, which is the training ground for the uber left and the socialists and Marxists among us. They believe in egalitarianism and equal outcomes and equity and all that other lefty crap. And that's why you don't have tiebreakers. They figure, let's share the championship. I mean, as a Harvard fan, that sort of works to my favor because that means that Harvard wouldn't be subject to any tiebreakers and would share the championship. But truly, if all those things came to pass, and you had a four-way tie at 5-2, it would probably be Penn would probably be the champion because they hold all the tiebreakers. Anyway, we're doing player intros and stuff like that. It's 41 degrees in Nashville today for the Florida Vandy game. With respect to the Harvard-Yale game, it is called the game. Now, I know that there's another game down there amongst the small 10 that's called the game, but the game in the small 10, that started later than this game, which is the game. The game has been played 137 times. Now, this is the 138th year of the Harvard-Yale game. Yale, unfortunately, does lead the all-time series, 68 wins, 61 losses, 8 ties. Harvard won the game last year, 34-31. Longest win streak belongs to Harvard, is 9 in a row between 2007 and 2015. And in Division I, the Harvard-Yale game is the third longest running rivalry game in D1. Now, the longest one is Lehigh versus Lafayette at 157 games. Number 2 is actually Yale versus Princeton at 144 games. And I bet you're curious about, in major college football, what's the longest running rivalry? Well, that would be Auburn, Georgia, and UNC, Virginia at 127 games. So this game has been going on longer than the Georgia-Auburn rivalry. And since I don't care about Georgia versus Auburn, this matters more. Okay, we just kicked off. Yale kicked off to Harvard. Harvard fields at the 5, running back, and is tackled at about the 21-yard line. So it's 1st and 10 for Harvard. Now, fortunately, the Harvard-Yale game is actually being broadcast by an actual sort of big boy network, ESPNU. So if you want to watch the game and listen to me, it's on ESPNU, which means that there'll be an opportunity for updates to the graphics, down and distance, that kind of thing, and semi-decent camera work. Okay, first play from scrimmage is a shotgun. Handoff to the running back, number 21, who's their best running back. He runs up the middle for a couple of yards. Let's see. Florida has already done a 3-and-out with Vandy, and they're punting. And that punt is away. Fielded as a fair catch by the Gators. I'm not really going to be concentrating much on the Gators except when something important happens. Okay, 2nd and 8. Harvard snaps the ball in shotgun, fakes the handoff, back to pass, complete to the 34-yard line. tackled there, and that should be enough for a first down for Harvard. I don't know who's favored in the Harvard-Yale game. Vegas doesn't do lines for Ivy League games that I know of, and I couldn't find any who's favored by what for Harvard-Yale. First and 10 play, handoff to the running back, and is tried to sweep around the left side and is dropped for a loss. I think a loss, or maybe he just got back to the line. No, he lost 2. Okay. So 2nd and 12 coming up. While we're waiting for that to happen, please, if you're in it, don't forget to click the thumbs up button for me. That does help. Let's see. 2nd and 12. Harvard is back in shotgun. Twins right, single receiver left, back to pass, throws it out in the flat, caught, juggled and caught, and hit immediately at the 34. I guess he only got about 2 yards, so. And it looks like Florida had a bad snap. Yep, they did have a bad snap. Went right over Richardson's shoulder, but the running back fell on it. So that's going to be 3rd and 26. Great. Okay, Harvard is at 3rd and 10. Triple receivers to the right, none to the left, out to pass. Dangerous pass that should have been picked off, but wasn't. But it fell incomplete. And Florida, believe it or not, on 3rd and 25, got a first down on a pass from Richardson to, looks like, Pearsall. He caught it about 10 yards downfield and then ran for the rest. So good yard after catch. Harvard's going to punt the ball here, I think, on 4th and 10. And punts away. Fielded, fair catch at the, looks like the Yale 30. Yeah, looks like the 30. Jay Snipes with his NASCAR driver crap. Okay, Jay, if you're going to troll me, at least click the thumbs up button, you goofball. Okay, Yale's got the ball now on their first drive. Yeah. However you pronounce it. Click the thumbs up button. Come on, man. Okay, Yale takes the snap and shotgun. Back to pass, has all day, runs out there, fumble! Harvard got it. Yeah, there you go. Looks like a targeting issue of some kind in the Florida Vandy game. But more importantly, Harvard got forced a fumble by the quarterback and recovered it. Fairly good field position now. I think they're inside the inside the Yale 35. So Harvard, yeah, they're at the 30. Sorry, they're at the Yale 30. Harvard is set up in shotgun. Pretty much all the snaps are shotgun. Handoff to the running back. His hit after a 1-yard gain and dropped. And some Yale guy is, doing the little skippy run thing like he just did something important. No, you tackled a guy after a 2-yard gain. Stop it. Act like you've done it before. Stupid diva. Okay, 2nd and 9 coming up here. Snap back to the quarterback. Hands off to number 21, our best runner. He gets about three yards down to the 26-yard line of Yale. It looks like they're going to have 3rd and 6. Meanwhile, they're doing a review in the Florida Vandy game for targeting or no targeting. Personal foul targeting on Vandy. And that means that boy is out of here. 3rd and 6 for Harvard. Back to pass. Picks up the blitz. Quarterback rolls away. Oh, they called that complete. He threw it very low, but I think they're calling that complete. I don't know. No, that bounced off the turf. Incomplete. Or did they not catch that? Oh, they call it 4th and 6. Yeah, they call it incomplete. 4th and 6 coming up. Harvard's had some problems in their kicking game. One of their losses was because their kicker was absolutely worthless. Had 2 kicks blocked and then a critical quick kick to win the game. He pulled it wide right. So I think Harvard might go for it on 4th and 6, but they're having a little chat at the sidelines. CJ, good to see you. I don't know what they're worried about. That was an incomplete pass. I mean, it bounced off the turf. It was obvious. Yeah, Jay. You're like what? 5 minutes into the game? No, 3.5 minutes into the game, and you're already trolling about longest play from scrimmage. Stop it. You look silly. Okay, Harvard-Yale's in officials timeout, so let's look at the Florida game. Richardson faked the handoff, throws out to, who was that? I don't know who that was. It was incomplete pass anyway. So 2nd and 10 coming up for Florida. Would be nice if Florida could actually score some points on their first drive. I mean, just saying. Okay, it's 4th now. They're coming off the sideline now at the Harvard game, so it's 4th and 6. I think, yeah, the 4th and 6 from the Yale 26. They're going to go for it. And somebody moved. False start by Harvard. Well, 4th and 11. I don't think you've got much of a play list for 4th and 11. Might want to. I think they're going to go for it on 4th and 11. I mean, they're that inconsistent on their field goal kicking. So. No, they did a pooch kick. How about that? They did a quick kick and they downed it at the 5-yard line. Huh. Oh, good to see you, Ken. You're rooting for Yale because your daughter is a sophomore at Yale. Oh, congratulations. I mean, getting into Yale is not easy. 4th and 7 for Florida. They're going for it. Caught! Son of a bitch! 4th and 7, he throws a long pass down the sideline to, who was that? And he just beats his man. Nice throw. I mean, credit where credit is due. I mean, sometimes Anthony Richardson can throw the ball. So it sets up a red zone opportunity for Florida at the 11-yard line. And obviously, we have a third string officiating crew at the Florida Vandy game because the chain gang can't get their act together. Morons. All right, Florida, Harvard-Yale still in timeout. Florida has got it 1st and 10 at the Vanderbilt 11-yard line. And snap to Richardson, hands the ball off, and goes up the middle and goes nowhere. Lovely. Okay, Harvard-Yale's back from commercial, but not doing anything right now. Oh, there's a barn burner. I'm looking at the ESPN's lineup for later today. Miami at Clemson at 3:30. Oh, that's going to be a massacre. Okay, 2nd and 10 for the Gators. Snap, fake the sweep, run up the middle, couple of yards. Not good. Not good. The quarterback actually for Harvard, the quarterback was the guy who actually did the little pooch kick and actually did a hell of a job. Got it down to the 5-yard line, and that's where Yale's going to start. 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line. Their first and only play from scrimmage on offense was a fumbled quarterback sack with a fumble. And Florida's 3rd and 8 attempt was incomplete, so field goal coming up. Well, whatever Yale did fooled the cameraman, but didn't fool the Harvard defense. They blew the play up for no gain. It looked like a swing pass to the outside, but Harvard defenders stayed with it. And Florida's about to do a field goal attempt. Kick is up. Kick is good. So Florida takes a 3-0 lead. Okay, 2nd and 10. Yale runs the ball. Blown up at the line of scrimmage. Nice play. In case anyone's curious, and you're probably not, but I'll say so anyway, my connection to Harvard, and I've said this before, is my father, now my late father, unfortunately, went to Harvard, graduated summa cum laude, and I never went to Harvard. I never even thought about going to Harvard. I never had a chance to go to Harvard, but I am a fan. 3rd and 10, Yale hands it off, gains 1 yard. So it's going to be 4th and 9 from the Yale 6. So I think we have a punt coming up. But yes, my father was the one that went to Harvard. I was not smart enough to even attempt an application to Harvard, so I never tried. One day I actually hope to go up to Cambridge, Massachusetts, and catch a Harvard-Yale game live and in the stadium. It's something I've always wanted to do, and I hope I can make that happen someday. Anyway, Yale is back to kick from deep in their own end zone. He's about 2 yards off the end line. And the referees come in like this. Delay of game on Yale. Okay. So now what? Back them up half the distance? That's no big deal. Florida Vandy went into commercial, and so they're in commercial. Okay, all that does is back the punter up. Literally, its heels are on the end line. It's going to be funny if we had a bad snap right now. And snap was good. Kick is away. Harvard guy fields it at midfield, tries to juke and jive and does nothing. He's tackled at the 48-yard line of Harvard. Still good field position. And no score right now. No score in the game. It's still 0-0 in the first quarter. By the way, I am wearing my Harvard Crimson hoodie. But I am wearing, because this is, after all, a watch channel, I am wearing my orange and blue Tudor Monte Carlo heritage chronograph in the orange and blue colorway. So I'm repping both teams' colors. Okay, Harvard is going to take the snap at 1st and 10, fakes the handoff. Quarterback throws just as he's hit and complete. Kind of a floater up the middle, but complete to his receiver. number 13 with the long blonde hair. I don't know what his name is, obviously. Let's see. Where's the ball? He took a hell of a hit as he threw that ball. Looks like he's dropped him at about the 21-yard line. Yep, right at the 21-yard line. So 1st and 10 on the 21. Waiting for the snap. Fakes a handoff. No, did hand it off to number 21 and blows through a hole right up the middle down to the 12-yard line of Yale. So that should be good for another 1st down. Yeah, oh no, they're calling it 8. 2nd and 2. Yale's defense looks a little confused, but they worked it out. And number 21 gets a handoff again and looks like he got enough for the 1st down anyway. Waiting on the call. Yep, got enough for the 1st down. Now in the Vandy game, the Vandy's got the ball. There's a flag. False start on Vandy. Harvard does a handoff. Got blown up at the line of scrimmage, unfortunately, and went nowhere. Oh, what kind of dumbass false start that was. Really didn't make himself look very good. Anyways, they're calling it a loss. Aiden Bogert is number 21's name for Harvard. He's a senior. Gets the ball again, handoff up the middle, rips off a gain of about 5 yards. Should be 3rd down and 6 for Harvard coming up. Yep, 3rd and 6. Let's see. I think they can make a 1st down without scoring. No, they can't. They have to score. Back to pass. Fired into the middle and tipped and picked off in the end zone by Yale. So, well, there goes that scoring opportunity. Good job, guys. Through an ill-advised pass. Not good. Oh, it looks like Vandy's managing to move the ball a little bit. Against that defense, I'm not surprised. Okay, Harvard-Yale looks like they're going into commercial. Yep, they're going into commercial. Florida-Vandy is, let's see, Vandy just tried to do a run play and got stopped. So I think it's going to be the 2nd and 10 or 2nd and 9. I'm not sure which. I find it interesting that the Florida defense is actually playing better without this Cox guy that they kicked off the team than with him. But what do I know? 2nd and 9 for Vandy. Harvard-Yale's in commercial. Vandy did a run play, sweep around the left, and he broke off a nice big run for a lot of yardage. Good job. One good defensive play, and then they go to sleep. Let's see. 1st and 10 for Vandy at the Florida 45. Snap the ball, throws a pass, incomplete. I think there was a miscommunication between the quarterback and the receiver. The receiver went inside, the throw went outside. That's not good. GMC's running an ad on the Harvard game on their their EV Denali and claiming it has 400 miles of range. That's bullshit. 400 miles if it's not towing anything. Well, Vandy does a sweep around the left side and picks up like 6 or 7 yards, and probably could have been more if not for a shoestring tackle. Florida doesn't seem to be defending the runs to the outside very well. Third and 4, Vandy runs up the middle, and that didn't work. Fourth and 4 for Vandy, and they're at about midfield, so they're probably looks like they're gonna go for it. Anyway, Harvard-Yale is back from commercial. They're first and 10 at the Yale 20. Big run up the middle for 15 yards by the Yale running back. So that's more than enough for a first down. Yale's going to go hurry up. And Vandy converts on a 4th and 4. Deep pass by the Yale quarterback. He just barely missed his receiver. Flag down on the play. Oh, there was a fumble on that. And Florida recovered. How about that? And the flag at the Harvard-Yale game was ineligible man downfield on Yale. So that's going to negate that play. Well, it was an incomplete pass. So now instead of 1st and 10, it's 1st and 15. So Florida got a fumble recovery on that long pass. And they'll get the ball when they come out of commercial. Yale is a 1st and 15 from their 28. Pick. Intercepted by Harvard. No, they're calling it incomplete. He had it and he dropped it. Second and 15 coming up. Let's see. How close was it? Oh, he had it and he let it, he dropped it as he hit the ground. Ah. Shipes, you're just saying that because it's Florida. You don't give a shit about Vandy, so stop it. Second and 15, run up the middle by Yale. They got 2 yards and then dropped. So 3rd and 13 for Yale coming up. Let's see if Harvard can play some defense here. That would be nice. If you haven't already done so, please click that thumbs up button for me. It does help. I'd like to see if I can get to 10 thumbs ups today. 3rd and 13 from the Yale 30-yard line. Shotgun snap. He's back to pass. Harvard rushes 4. And, almost picked off again. He tried to run with the ball before he secured it. Anyway, 4th and 13 coming up for Yale. They'll punt the ball at this point. I mean, he hit the receiver in double coverage, but then the ball bounced off its hands. And number 15 for Harvard decided to run with the ball before he secured the catch. Anyway, punt formation for Yale coming up. And the punt's away, kind of a low kick. Drives the Harvard receiver back. He's juking, he's jiving, he's trying to do something, and he gets out to the 26-yard line before he's dropped. Yeah, Gator Hater for life. Just make sure you click the thumbs up button, Gator Hater. Okay, Harvard-Yale went to commercial. Florida's got the ball 1st and 10 on their 38-yard line. Richardson hands the ball off to the screen's too small. I can't see who it was. He got back to the line of scrimmage and got dropped again. And we're looking at ESPNW advertising. You know, I noticed that all these wokey ads and everything for women's sports and Title IX, all that crap, they never show the UPenn he/she swimmer who is a guy swimming in a woman's bathing suit and trying to make everyone believe that he's a woman when he isn't. And, you know, I figured they would show that because it should be a proud moment for them, you know, having a he/she playing in women's sports. But they never show that. I wonder why. Doesn't make any sense. Anyway, Harvard-Yale is in commercial. Florida is 3rd and 10. Obviously, they can't move the ball against Vandy for some reason. Just hot doo-doo confirmed. Yep, overthrew his receiver. And they're going to take a turnover and turn it into nothing. Yep, that's Florida football, my friends. Let's see. And Florida's going to punt. Vandy signaled fair catch at the 18-yard line. Good crowd at the Harvard-Yale game. Looks cold up there, though. Still no score. 5 minutes, 13 seconds left in the first quarter. No score in this game. Bubble screen by the Harvard team. They get it out to the 29-yard line. So 2nd down and 6? Yep, 2nd and 6. That's right, Battle Angel. Good morning to you, my dear. And that, me and my Harvard Crimson hoodie. Harvard's back to pass. Incomplete, overthrew everybody. You ain't going to get a flag for that one. Relax, you silly little diva. So 3rd and 6 coming up for Harvard. See if they can make a conversion here. See, play action, bubble screen. He's about a yard short of the 1st down. Good play, good solo tackle on defense by the Yale safety, or as a cornerback. He had plenty of green grass to make that 1st down, but Yale defender came up and hit him good. So 4th and 1, Harvard's going to punt the ball. Low snap, fielded, punted, and fair caught at the 35-yard line of Yale. So defensive battle, not a lot of movement. No, BA, I hadn't heard that you're going to your first college football game next Saturday. I guess that would be the Georgia Tech game. Georgia Tech. Yeah, that the stadium that Georgia Tech plays in is in pretty bad shape. I mean, and it'll never it'll never get any better. Well, 1st and 10 play for Yale. Quarterback rolled out to the left immediately and completed a pass down the field for about 12 yards to his tight end. So good pass from a moving pocket, I guess. So 1st and 10 coming up from 47-yard line. Handoff to the Yale running back. He gets about 4 or 5 yards and then stood up and tackled. And once again, Florida not playing any kind of run defense at all and lets Vanderbilt just run all over them. Yeah, the Gator defense is non-existent in this game so far, obviously. 2nd and 3 coming up for Yale. Back to pass. Passes out on the sideline, and the whole Harvard bench says it was incomplete, but the referee, who's the only opinion that matters, says it's complete. So 1st and 10 for Yale. So Yale's got something going here. Hey, Steve, how you doing, man? So lining up at 1st and 10 from the Harvard 39. Yale hands the ball off right up the middle, and except for a shoestring tackle, he'd still be running. So after playing almost an entire quarter of really good defense, Harvard has gone to sleep on me. Let's see. 2nd and 1, so that was a gain of 9 yards. So 2nd and 1. So free down here, right? You go up, you go ham on it if you want to. Pass over the middle, incomplete, too high for his receiver. Good coverage though. Hey Steve, how you doing? Good to see you. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button, guys and gal. Need some thumbs up. I want to get to 10 today if I can do it. Georgia isn't going to have any problem with Kentucky. Come on, that's there's no worries there. 3rd and 1 for Yale coming up. Twins right, single receiver left. Quarterback takes a step forward, but a flag comes in. Probably stopped the play before it started. It looks like it's going to be a motion on Yale. Yep. So instead of 3rd and 1, it's now going to be 3rd and 6. Boy, Hulu is not doing me any favors today, I got to tell you. I can get to 10, Jay. Okay, my feed froze up there on Harvard-Yale, so I don't know what's going on. Okay, something happened in the Harvard-Yale game, but my feed froze up, so or is a replay. Looks like it was a quarterback run of some kind. Yep, it was. And he just outran the whole defense into the red zone. So, yep. Harvard has decided not to play any defense. Neither is Florida, for that matter. Their quarterback is running all over the place. Yale runs a 1st and 10 play up the middle, pushes the entire pile. And I think I'm going to have to switch browsers on this feed on the computer because it's not working. Let's see if I can get Hulu running on another browser. All right, so it's not letting me log in on another browser right now. Yale is right now is at the Harvard 1 yard line, so it looks like they're about to score because Harvard has decided not to play any more defense today. Almost the end of the first quarter, Yale runs up the middle for a touchdown. And I can't do anything with this browser, so I'm going to shut that down. Okay. Try again. All right. Sorry about this, guys. It happens sometimes. All right. Be right back. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, who's going to fight me every inch of the way? Okay, come on. Come on. Let me back in. Okay, Harvard-Yale is in commercial. Hopefully, if I switch browsers, it will clear up and allow the stream to continue relatively unabated. Yes, I'm aware, Jerry, that Vandy is driving. Even Vandy's going to look good against a team that doesn't play defense. Who's my playoff prediction? I don't know. Georgia, obviously. TCU looks like they could probably make it. After that, I have no idea. It depends on what happens with Ohio, Michigan. It depends on where Clemson finishes. It depends on where Tennessee finishes. I suppose it could be Georgia, Ohio State, or Michigan, Tennessee, and TCU. I mean, who the hell knows? Well, let's see. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button, guys. That does help me out here. Let's see if we can get me to 10 on that one. Let's see. See, we just started the second quarter. Harvard's got the ball. It's now 2nd and 6 coming up here. Oh, Florida got a sack, but a flag, so it's probably against Florida. With my luck. Harvard got the ball, throws out a shotgun complete out to about the 30-yard line of Harvard. So 1st and 10 there. And, of course, Florida got a face mask on that quarterback sack. So Vandy gets to keep going. Because why not? Bad coaching. That's what it is, bad coaching. Okay, Harvard gets the ball in shotgun, fakes the handoff. Deep ball down the field, overthrew everybody. Overthrew everybody by about 5 yards. So I think Vandy's going to get a touchdown on this drive because Florida just won't play defense. Bad tackling, stupid penalties, can't stop the run. Pardon me. Okay, shotgun snap to Harvard on 2nd and 10. Screwed up the handoff, but somehow managed to still get about a yard out of it. That was a really, really ugly looking handoff. Okay, 3rd and 9 for Harvard upcoming. Takes the snap back. Blitz. He runs away from it, but not by much. And he got sacked. So not only has Harvard decided to stop playing defense, it looks like they decided to stop playing offense too. So it looks like Harvard is going to lose this game easily enough. And Harvard punts the ball away. Not really a good punt, but takes a big Harvard roll down to the 32, I guess, of Yale. Pathetic. I think Harvard and Florida are both going to lose today. Ugh. Okay, Harvard-Yale went to commercial. Dr. Pepper. I can't stand Dr. Pepper. Oh, look who's here. VicTube is here. Trying to be a funny guy. So let's see. Second and goal for Vandy. They're outside the 10-yard line. Florida just can't play defense. I'm telling you, they just refuse to do it. If they hold Vandy to a field goal on this drive, it'll be a miracle. Because quite frankly, they played bad enough that Vandy deserves to get a touchdown at this point. Well, let's see what they do here at third and goal from the 10. Comes an all-out blitz and touchdown. Just pathetic. Well, I think I'm going to stop watching the Florida game now because that's pointless. So we'll just kind of take that iPad and lay it flat. So there's no point in watching that game anymore. And we'll just concentrate on the Harvard-Yale game, which is also for shit too. It looks cold up in Cambridge today. 10 years the game wasn't played. 1877, unknown. 1885, Harvard banned football. 1888, scheduling. 1895 and 96, rivalry became too violent. 1917 and 18, World War I. 1943 and 44, World War II. And 2020, the Fauci flu, Wuhan Red Death. So if it weren't for all those years, this would actually be the second oldest football rivalry in D1 football. As I went over earlier, the longest rivalry in Division I football is Lehigh versus Lafayette, 157 games. The number 2 is Yale-Princeton, 144 games. This is 130 today, 138 games. So if they had played all those games that they missed over all those years, this would actually be the second longest football rivalry in Division I football. And Yale was now 2nd and 9 and blew that up. They faked a quarterback run, pitched it out. Now, I don't know if he lost yardage. They faked a run to the right, backwards pass to the left, and Harvard actually stayed on station and limited that to a 1-yard gain. So, hey, they actually played defense for one play. Let's see what they can do here on 3rd and 8 and see if they can stop Yale and force them to punt. Looks like they're only Yale called a timeout. So let's see. Yeah, just to go over a couple of trivia points. This rivalry is known as the game. I don't care that Ohio State, Michigan is also known as the game. This was the game before the game was ever played. So this is the original the game. 137 total games. Yale does lead the overall series 68-61 with 8 ties. Harvard won last year 34-31 on a last-second touchdown throw. This rivalry, Harvard-Yale, is actually older than any of the major Division I college rivalries The oldest of those being Georgia Auburn at 127 games. Also, North Carolina versus Virginia at 127 games. So this game has run longer than those games. If Harvard and University of Pennsylvania can win their respective games today against Yale and Princeton, there will be a four-way tie at the top of the Ivy League, and the four teams would share the Ivy League title. The Ivy League does not do tiebreakers, being that they are the Ivy League, and of course, all the Ivy League schools are the social justice, egalitarian, equality of outcome type schools. You know, the far left folks. They don't believe they believe in equality and equity and all that. So can't actually have a champion when more than one team shares a record. So they share the title. Okay, out of the timeout, Yale is 3rd and 8 from their 29-yard line. Harvard only rushes 3 and drops 8. And the quarterback is scrambling and throws it away. 4th down. Good coverage by the Harvard secondary. We'll have to give them that one. So good job by Harvard pass coverage to force a throwaway. They only rushed 3, and the guy was scrambling for his life. So Harvard actually decided to play a little defense one time. So 4th and 8 coming up, punt formation. The punter is standing at his 14-yard line. Well, this would be a good time for a bad snap. Nope, good snap. Kick is away. Harvard almost got to that. Fair caught at the Harvard 35-yard line. 1st and 10 Harvard at their 35. So moving along. If you have not already done so, please click that thumbs up button for me. It does help. I'd like to get to 10 thumbs ups. I got 6 people in here. Nobody really commenting in the chat. I fully expected more trolling people in here, but so far not a lot. Harvard runs the ball on 1st and 10 right up the middle for a gain of 2. Either 1 or 2. No, gain of 1. They switched down to their bigger running back, number 28. He's a little bit bigger than their senior running back, number 21. Bogert is number 21. So they switched to their second running back. Fake the run, pass in the flat, and the guy is gone! Touchdown! Way to wake up, Harvard Crimson! Just a little bubble screen out to the right, and he just outran everybody. Oh, that was so pretty. Touchdown! Strike up the band, motherfuckers! Good blocking by the receivers. And then he just put it in the top gear and took off. All right, extra point coming up. Snap is back. Ball down, kick up. Good. Tie game. Good job, boys. Good job. All right, it's about 10 and a half minutes left in the first half. See what's going on out in the rest of the college football world here. Let's see. UCF and Davie are playing, and they're tied at 14 right now. Alabama up 14-0 over Austin P, whoever that is. Army over UConn, 7-3. Nebraska, Wisconsin scoreless, but Nebraska is in the red zone. Michigan State over Indiana, 10-7. Pardon me. UMass and if A&M loses to UMass, they need to fire Jimbo Fisher no matter what. UMass cannot beat A&M. That cannot happen. UMass is, I mean, they're one of the worst teams in D1 football, bar none. Mississippi State over East Tennessee State, 28-0. Pitt over Duke, 13-7. Va-Tech over Liberty, 14-7. Florida State over Louisiana, 21-0. Michigan 7-0 over Illinois. Purdue over Northwestern 7-3. UTSA over a side dish. They're just starting. Okay. Harvard kicked the ball to Yale, and they downed it at the 3-yard line, so that brings it out to the 30? I thought that would have been the 25, but all right. 1st and 10, Yale at the 30-yard line of Yale. Tie game, 7-0. Run up the middle, and Harvard once again decides not to play any defense. Battering rams it up the middle for about 8 yards. Just a horrendous example of run defense by the Harvard front. Gave him 7, so 2nd down and 3 yards. Might want to take a shot down the field on this one. You got trips to the left. Handoff, because why not? Up the middle, needed 3 for the 1st down, got 6. By the way, in case you all didn't know, the Virginia game was canceled today. I think the reasons are obvious for that. Okay, 1st and 10 for Yale. Triple receivers to the right, none to the left. Handoff, because why not? I mean, they've been running all over Harvard's line, so why not? Second and 8 upcoming. Okay, shotgun formation. Twin receivers to the quarterback right. Back to pass, throws it out in the flat. Caught right in midfield. Short of the 1st down. Looks like it's going to be about third and 4, 3rd and 3, something like that. Boy, he stretched out pretty far for that one. 3rd and 3 coming up. Okay. Shotgun snap. Now he checks to the sideline for the play. He's got triple receivers to the right, quarterback right, running back to quarterback left in the backfield. Calling for the ball, got the ball, quarterback draw up the middle and gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage. That play had no chance. 4th and 3. But you're at midfield. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Do you punt? Yep, you punt. All right, punt formation for the Yale Bulldogs. Kick is away. Deep kick over the head of the receiver and into the end zone for a touchback. So ball will come out to the 20, 25, something like that. Nobody wants to comment in the comment section, really? I'm not getting any activity in the comments section. I'm kind of surprised by that. Yeah, go figure. All right, we're in commercial for the Harvard-Yale game. Let's see. Can check the other scores while we're at it. Jesus, there's an ad for ShipStation featuring Wolfgang Puck. I didn't know that guy was still around. No. Check the scores later. Look at a good crowd at the Harvard Stadium right now. It filled up pretty good. It's a tiny stadium, though. I don't know what the exact capacity of the stadium is, but it couldn't be more than about 15,000. Anyway, Harvard's got the ball, first and 10 at their 20-yard line, fakes the handoff, passes over the middle, too high. Had a receiver open, but he just put it up too high. He tipped it with one hand, but he couldn't bring it down before the defender hit him. All right, second and 10 coming up. Fakes the throw, passes out in the flat, and the receiver just flat dropped it. Not good. Not good at all. Okay, third down and 10 coming up from the Harvard 20, back to pass. Quarterback takes a shot as he let the ball go, and it was incomplete, 4th and 10. So blitz screwed up the throw. So there's a little bit of hand checking going on there with the receiver and the defender, but they decided not to call it. So punt formation for Harvard. And the kick is away and calls for a fair catch at the 32, 33-yard line of Yale. A lot of punting going on in this game, not a lot of offense. I don't know. Is my chat screen locked up or something? I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, Yale back to throw deep ball over the middle and broken up. Threw it into double coverage. Almost got it though. It was pretty close. I don't know. If somebody is in the chat, could they type something to see that if the chat screen is locked up or not? That does happen occasionally. I'm almost afraid to try to refresh the live stream screen. It still shows it on broadcasting, but I don't know. I was having feed problems earlier. Running play to the outside. Snuffed that out after a gain of 2 or 3. ESPN has kindly updated the Penn-Princeton game. 6-0 Princeton in the first quarter. If you are hoping that Harvard has a chance to win part of the Ivy League championship, they need to win this game, and Penn needs to beat Princeton. So if you are a fan of Harvard right now, you're also a fan of University of Pennsylvania, which is a sad thing to be. 3rd and 8, shotgun snap, deep ball over the middle again, and he overthrew everybody by a good 5 yards. So 4th and 8 coming up for Yale. So Harvard gets a 3 and out. Good job by them. And should be a punt coming up for Yale. Okay. Punt formation. Kick is away. Kind of a shallow kick. Fair caught at the 33 of Harvard, 34 of Harvard. Kind of a wobbly kick there. They put up a graphic of series trends in this game. Yale has won 4 out of the last 5 games, but Harvard has won 11 of the past 14 and 16 of the last 20. So the trends kind of favor Harvard at this point, considering they did win last year, and in the last 20 games, they've won more than they've lost. But we'll see. 1st and 10, Harvard at the 34. Back to pass out in the flat. And complete for a gain of 6 or 7 yards. I can't tell. I think it was 7. Yep, 7 yards. So 2nd and 3 coming up. When this half ends, I'm going to shut the stream down and restart it because I think something's gone wrong with it. Running play up the middle, big run by Beaumont. Big run up to midfield, just right through the middle. And if one guy grabbed him around the ankle, else he'd still be running. Harvard is running on 1st and 10, draw play around the left side. Gain of about 3. No, 2. Sorry. Bogert. No, Bogert. Quarterback back to pass, overthrew his receiver, and then got smacked a little bit, but no big deal. 3rd and 9 upcoming by Harvard. Yeah. It hit him in the hands, but he just couldn't haul it in. Okay. 3rd and 9, back to pass, throws over the middle and throws it right to a Yale defender. Just beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful play. Beautiful play. Just right there. Nobody around except the Yale safety. Or was a cornerback. It just pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. So, 1st and 10 for Yale after an interception that was basically a gift to the Yale defense. And it's 1st and 10 at the Yale 38-yard line. Fake the handoff, pass out in the flat, steps out of bounds after a gain of 4 or 5 yards. About 4.5 minutes left in the first half. Gain of 6. Gain of 5. Okay. 2nd and 5. Handoff up the middle. And got 6 yards on that one. So another 1st and 10. Come on. Okay. Right at about midfield. 1st and 10, Yale. Handoff right up the middle. Picked up about 3 yards. It's about 3.5 minutes left in the first half. Yale has 2 timeouts left. Harvard has all 3 of theirs. So I guess they're going to try and grind it out or something like that. Second and what? Second and what? We don't know. Handoff, fake handoff up the middle, threw the ball out in the flat, and the receiver dropped it. So it's 3rd and 7 coming up. 2:55 left in the first half. That stopped the clock, of course. The guy was wide open. He just basically threw it in the dirt. I don't know. That's all on the quarterback. He basically one-hopped it to him. Would have been a good bounce pass in basketball, but in football, that don't count. 3rd and 7 coming up from the Harvard 48-yard line. Quarterback is calling for the ball, got the ball, running up the middle. Nope, faked it, got smacked, but threw it over the middle and complete to his receiver, who looks to be a bit shaken up. And is shaken up, is kind of dragging his left arm a bit. Harvard just didn't want to play defense right there. Yeah, I think he landed on his elbow. Probably gave himself a nice little stinger. Anyway, 2.5 minutes left in the first half. 1st and 10, Yale. They're moving the ball again. They're at the 21-yard line of Harvard. Run up the middle, and he almost broke it. He got down to the 15-yard line, so a gain of 6. Almost broke through on that one, so I don't know. 2nd and 4 coming up. Got about 2 minutes left in the first half now. There's a picture of a Bulldog. Yes, Yale is the Bulldogs. So I'm sure all you Georgia fans are rooting for Yale, not only because it's me rooting against Yale, but because they are Bulldogs, aren't they? Anyway. Doesn't matter. Got the ball in the quarterback's hands, faked the handoff, runs, does a quarterback run and gets tackled either right at the first down or, yep, you got the first down. So you tackled right at the first down. Took a pretty good hit doing that, so okay. Minute and a half left in the second half. They're well within field goal range now and well into the red zone. They're at the Harvard 12-yard line. Shotgun snap, hands the ball off up the middle. He gains about 3 or 4 yards and then gets stood up. Under a minute now. Yale's still sitting on 2 timeouts, so they're not in any hurry to call a timeout. 2nd and 6 coming up. I don't know why they're not using a timeout at this point, but all right. 2nd and 6 from the Harvard, looks like the 7-yard line. Yeah, 7-yard line. Snap is back. Handoff up the middle. Gains about 2 yards and gets stuffed. So I think now Yale call a timeout. Yep, they did. All right, so we are in timeout. Yale is definitely threatening to score here. They're at least going to get 3 points unless their kicking game is as bad as Harvard's. Let's see. Let's check some scores here. Let's see. See, Vandy's beating up on Florida. Dude, there's no shock there. No defense. There's no defense. Florida doesn't want to play defense once again. I mean, it's too good to be true that they actually started to play defense towards the end of the year. It was too good to be true. Navy is up on UCF 17-14. Bama is up on something called Austin P 17-0. UConn is beating Army 10-7. Nebraska is beating Wisconsin 7-0. That might be an upset. Michigan over Indiana 17-7, and they're on the Indiana 2-yard line. And Texas A&M is beating UMass 10-3. Mid-Tippity over East Tennessee State 35-0 at half. Duke over Pitt 14-13. Vatech over Liberty 17-14. Florida State over Louisiana 28-0. Baylor, TCU are tied, but Baylor is in the red zone. Michigan 7, Illinois 3, but Michigan is in the red zone. Purdue 14, Northwestern 3. UTSA over a side dish 7-0. So Florida's going to lose to Vandy, obviously. And it looks like Harvard's about to at least go down by at least 3 points to Yale, unless they can get a turnover. Probably going to go down by a touchdown. Okay, 3rd and 5 for Yale at the Harvard 6. Yale can get a first down without scoring. Back to pass. Waiting. Tackled. He tried to run it. He got down to the 2-yard line and got tackled. So it's now 4th and 1. So do they go for the first down or do they kick the field goal? If they were smart, they'd probably just kick the field goal. Yeah, it's 4th and 2, and they're bringing out the field goal kicker. So Harvard's only going to, if this kick is good, Harvard's only going to go down and go into half down 3 points. And the way their defense has been playing, they're probably lucky to be only down 3 points. Oh, Yale did call a timeout. There's about 3 seconds left in the half. And like I said, I'm going to shut the stream down and restart it. It looks like the chat and the counters have all frozen up because why shouldn't they, you know? And the kick is up and good. So halftime, Yale is up 10-7. I'm going to shut the stream down and I'll restart it again in a minute or two. So hang with me here. I will be right back.